So I'm still continuing the homework train, but soon enough we're gonna go into chem where I'm not doing homework yet, or maybe I will do homework, but we're gonna talk about macro and all this other stuff, other languages, and try to memorize them as we go and try to define them really fast, blah 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 blah, like that. That's what we're gonna do soon. But I'm in the homework series right now, so we're a long way away from doing that shit. So, how many of the homework are left? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cube, 5 questions. Okay. So DH and DQ at the point. What the hell is this question? Okay. So that's what they want. They want the DQ, okay? And they want the Q dot R, and let's not make a mistake this time with the definition on how to do this. No, thank you. I don't want to make a mistake like that again. UEV is the original equation. Then U equal Q4, and then V equal QR2. So I should probably write it better than that. But HU dot V equals this. And doing it the opposite way is kind of funky, but it's the same thing. It's equal. So I don't see any problem with that. So we have this. So you know the rules. At this point, you should know the rules. You start with DH, you go to D. Oh wow, U this time. This is actually going to be a little bit difficult, but nothing too hard. Because the hard part about this, sorry, it's V. It's a notation that they're doing. I don't want notation wrong. So we'll start off with this one, which is always the case, which is EV. Well, luckily, that's easy. Dot this one, which is U and then Q. So that is 4 Q3 plus by the B version of that, which is U dot EB, because E is a constant. It follows through. It is an unmerciless question. I need to close the blinders. Kind of feeling like language is showing too much. Oh, shit, my skin. I mean, it's fine to show a little bit, but not too much. So next question is UEV dot this thing, right? So this thing is what again? I forgot. We go DQ, so DQ over here, so that's R squared. Excuse me. Wait, that's right, yeah. I'm confused. Excuse me. Which equals DH by, I don't know, deal anyway. So now we know Q equals 1 and R equals 2. Now we have some V's to get rid of, which I am not agreeing to deal, so calm down. I never said to agree. So E and then QR squared multiply. Yeah, this is going to be hard to do. So you see how hard that is. So what we're going to do instead is plug this into here. So U equals 1. V equals 1 and 4. Okay, that makes things easier. So E4 multiplied by 4, and then 1, so it's like 1, plus U, so 1, E, and then V, where's V? That's V, multiplied by R, so R is 2. And then we have our answer, which is CE4. Hopefully I'm correct, but that sounds like a reasonable answer. 6E4, I think, is a very. Oh shit, I got it wrong. Well, look at that. We always have to say, once you get it wrong, you have to try it again. which means you have to look at it again. So if it's really wrong and you can't solve it for a long time, then you have to redo the whole thing because it's pain in the ass to redo. But it's helpful to redo because you find something that you thought you got wrong. That you thought you got you find the wrong mistakes. So basically, you help yourself. Um, that's what I meant to say, but I said it like weirdly. Um, yeah, I don't see the mistake although. Weirdly, I usually find a mistake really. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's 4, so it's 8. Yep, that was fast. Usually it's a dumb mistake like that, and I'm very sleepy because I'm literally at like 2:49 a.m. So pardon my rude interruptions, but I am sleepy. I'm just digging through my heels to get this shit done. Anyways, I refuse to deal with combat. So how much time is there? That took me 6 minutes, which is pretty good timing actually. Um, next section I need to complete is weird also. Oh, this is a word problem. Two space verifying. Okay. Um. Oh shit. In the. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is actually gonna be a little interesting. Okay. It is interesting, I will admit that much. It is just not hard. It looks hard, but it's definitely way easier than you think. So R1 is equal to the sine of a t, parentheses a t, parentheses t2. That is interesting, yeah. And then R2 equal cosine t parentheses 1 minus t, this t3. And then we have t parentheses x, y, and then z, which equals x squared y, and then 9 minus z, and then t equals 3. So I'm guessing from the experience, I need to do the double derivative chain rule, which is D, and I'm correct, I think, because it shows you in the bottom of the answer key shit, and I'm hopefully not gonna mess this up. So first write this in temperature, seems by its first derivative, and then T for the second, just to keep the just straight below. Yeah. So yeah, this is a painful question. I don't want to do it, and I never will want to do it. But I have a feeling that in the test that this problem is going to show up, or a similar one. Why is this not working? I just realized how sensitive my keyboard is a little bit. It's really too sensitive sometimes. I need to make sure I'm doing it right first of all before I actually try and attempt doing this shit. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be painful, isn't it? Okay. So, this never mind. This problem sucks ass. Oh god. Oh no. So, what I okay, fine. Okay, fine, I'll do it. I'll do it sooner or later. So I need the change in T1 and dt minus by the change in T2 of dt. Okay, maybe this question is actually hard. Okay, so, man, this is gonna suck ass. This one sucks ass. So you need to plug that back in and do it. Yep. I don't want to. I'll be honest, I don't want to. I don't want to. Because it wants the rate of change of the difference of those two. Which means a lot of fucking work. Now, imagine this. What the hell does that really actually tell me doing? So, you need to think of this as x, y, and z. Okay, x, y, and z. So when I mean this, I think T1 and T2's this is the same. But later on, you have to plug in the x and y, so you have to plug in earlier. Well, that's when it becomes torture because you need to plug those in with the r squared out, right? This is a similar problem to the ones we had in the beginning of our lesson plan, or whatever this is, homework. When we had the chain rule for something as basic as, let's just say the chain rule for um, d and then dt f of rt, we did something fancy with that, right? We did, right? Don't you remember what we did? We did the change in RTF multiplied by R pi t, right? Right. So in reality, that's the same thing we're doing, pretty much. The much larger scale, and this time with 3 different letters. Get it? If you don't, it's fine. I don't really mind it. You will understand it time memorial later. Uh, yeah, this problem sucks ass. I know. Doing this will suck, which is why I'm stalling. But I should do it. I should start doing it. This problem's gonna take a while. It's gonna be one of those problems we have to grind through it a little bit. Because you're looking for a difference of two freaking crazy vectors uh, to the partial derivatives of whatever shenanigans I'm looking for. So, anyways, yeah, I don't want to do it right now. Actually, how much time do I have left until we can do it later? Also, actually, maybe it's a better idea to do it later, and we'll deal with this problem sooner or later. Yeah, that's a good idea. Not. All right, let's focus on this and do it. So let's just focus on DT1 and DT, and let's just make it a big phrase so we can actually get things done. So DT1 and DT, which equals, oh my god, dt1 divided by dx and then multiplied by dx divided by dt. Yup! If you think about it, this is actually just this, right? And this is just the FR, kind of. Yeah, it is the gradient of FR. If you think about it, that is how the process works. It's just much bigger, and we're dealing with 3 variables again, and we're dealing with 6 variables again. Um, this problem actually is toxic. Yeah, this problem really is toxic, I must admit. Divided by dz. The worst part is there's dz. I get it if there was 2 variables, but this is like extreme, like overkilling your student here. But that makes sense. It's homework after all. Now let's do this first with the x variables. Basically everything follows. Really, I want something gone. Oh shit! This problem actually does. This seems very toxic, actually. And then this is like cosine. t. You can imagine what we're gonna do here. It's gonna suck, but we have to do it. Imagine doing that. It's gonna, be a painful process. I know it. And then, not to mention, we haven't even started on talking about this subject. So I think we're gonna cut my time short and do the other half later because this problem actually seems toxic. Um, really, this really does feel toxic, doesn't it? Or I could just power do it. At like this is like 3 o'clock now a.m. I can still power do it if I really put my gut into it. My gut. Which I don't want to, but I guess I could. Which negative x squared y z multiplied by this thing. Oh, I didn't do this over here actually. That's fine, it's one. What am I thinking about? 2t. Oh, I hope that the answers key um looks for like a very dumb number. No, it doesn't. You need to literally put this in here after you plug in the fucking. So after you plug in like 2t, and then you need to get rid of the z2 because z is a forbidden number, like everything else here, unless we have a freaking number. Oh, t equal 3. So what I'm gonna do right now is quickly because we have t over 3. This doesn't help at all. Oh my gosh, this just getting more toxic the day after. Oh, this just got twice as toxic as before. No way, I never thought it'd get more toxic than toxic. Yeah, it's toxic. Alright, I need to get another board up. Doing this one's gonna suck. But I can literally do it here. So I can do 2y 9 minus the x, and then we can just do multiply by this version here, which would be negative sine t, right? And then this would be minus x squared 9 minus the, and then plus something else. It might not be plus actually, it might be minus 2yz with multiplied by 3t squared. Oh, yeah, yeah. Not toxic, huh? Not toxic. Very toxic question here is approved by the nation. Yeah. And then all you do is subtract those two to get the right answer. Oh, that sounds so much fun. Something I'm not gonna do when my head is like spinning out all over the place. So I think we're gonna stop here and do it later. Because there's only 2 minutes left for it turns 20 minutes anyways. And we can look at the next question and then we can just come back to it when I feel ready. Oh, okay. Next question is pretty okay, tame. The reason I didn't like this question is because it's a word problem on number one. B, I just don't want this computation. Look at that computation. Do you think anyone wants to do that computation? Oh, gross. Genuinely, if you like that, you're insane. I'm just joking. You're not insane. You're just loving that. And that's cool and all, but I'm not one of those people that say, okay, let's do this for fun. I say do this because I know it's good for future endeavors. Yeah, let's do that. This one is doable. This one's definitely doable. This is the x, which oh my Why do I even say it's easy when I know it's not? Ugh. So what they're asking is dz and dx, which equals to negative fx by fz. Yep. Good question. Who the hell thought of this? Well, it's because I don't know. Probably something like this. Some kind of jerk did this equation said, "Oh, that works out to be something like this or something," and then they figured it out, and then they just shifted blame. That's why there's a negative sign there, probably, and how people are tortured by this by today's standard, and this is 14. Yep. 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 That is how you do it. Yep. Let me do this shit. I'm gonna die by doing this problem. It looks like it. Okay, equal negative. Let's just do these. Four Z's. The reason I'm saying that is because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 parts of this question. So I had to do it for like 4 times, and then for 4 different points. Yeah, actually it's only 2 different points with but 4 different derivatives, I think. Or actually 2 different derivatives. Actually, this is pretty good. Okay, actually, I was complaining for no reason. I think I'm just really tired. It's 3 o'clock, man. Um, yeah, I think that's getting to me right now. You see this? You see this this attack, and you don't see the Y. And then the point is actually 1 comma 15 comma 2. So you can imagine that the top would become 2 multiplied by 1, which is C, so it's just 4. And then 4. I'm just happy there's no Y yet. Y would suck. I'm just joking. Y would not suck. 2, 3, and you can use scientific notation. So 2, 2 parentheses 1. So actually that's 8 over 4, 832 plus 4, which is equal to 8 divided by 36. That's not bad. That is, I believe, 1, 9. That's 9. No, that's 8. No, 6. No, actually, I don't think it's anything like that. So it's actually just 4 divided by 36 divided by 2 is 1/8. So which equals to 2, 9 or something. 2 divided by 9. If I want to, like, oh, I forgot the negative. Yeah, don't forget the negative. So yeah, negative here, negative here, negative here, and negative here. Now I can move on, but I see a -2 one, so p equal 1 comma 15 comma -2. Now if z equals -2, this won't matter, but this will give you a negative. And then this would be a negative because z is here. So it would be a positive 2 over 9. Cool. Now we just need to figure out the last one, which is dz by dy equal negative fy by fz. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of time with this one. Not really. We just need to follow the rules. d2 x2 minus y minus 5 equals 0. We'll start with y, and we'll start with y because it's inversely. So y is -1 divided by a negative. Don't forget the negative. So 4x3 plus 2z x2. Okay. Now we need to plug in p equal 1 parentheses 15 comma 2. So it's negative, so it's positive actually because of that. And then it is x, y, and z. So z goes first, which is 4 by 2 by 2. 3, sorry, plus 2. I'm so sleepy, I'm just driving to. I need coffee really badly. Okay, so that's 8. 32 plus 4 equals 36. So 1 over 36. I'm very sleepy. I'm pretty sure I need to go to sleep. Um, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. And then the other version, which is p equal like 1 comma 15 negative 2. Probably it's just a negative version of that. I don't want to bet on it, but I'm pretty sure it's true because that's what makes sense to me. And I'm right. Of course I'm right. So yeah, so that's like and then this one is like 36 on that one. So yeah, I don't really need to show that off. So I'm gonna erase that. Let's see, 26 minutes. So it's actually time for me to stop because it makes the most sense to stop here now because I'm fucking sleepy.